For the longest time, my balcony was just there. It was a slab of cold gray concrete, with nothing but a couple of old plant pots and the odd bit of dust. To be honest, I'd barely set foot out there since moving in. Each time I glanced out the patio doors, I would sigh and think, what's the point? It's only a tiny space. If you're renting a flat, I bet you know exactly what I mean. I'd tell myself I didn't have the time or the money and that it wasn't worth the bother. But every now and then, I'd see photos online of people with dreamy little balconies and think, why not me? Still, the bare concrete stayed. The space felt forgotten, unloved, and a bit sad. Then one Saturday morning, with a cup of tea in hand, I looked out and thought, right, enough's enough. That's my space. I'm going to make it lovely, even if I'm renting. I set myself a challenge. Could I turn this plain old balcony into a retreat for under $200? That was the start of my balcony makeover. And honestly, if I can do it, you can too. When you rent, it's easy to ignore the bits that don't feel like yours. Outdoor spaces, especially, get left behind. People worry they can't make changes, or that it's a waste if they might move soon. I used to think that way as well, but actually, a balcony is full of potential. It just needs a bit of love. Loads of renters focus on the inside. We paint walls, hang art, and buy cute cushions, but the balcony, that's for the spiders, isn't it? I realized I was missing out on a whole extra room. Even a tiny outdoor space can be cozy, stylish, and totally unique. A little fresh air can do wonders. Whether you want a spot for morning coffee or a place to unwind after work, a balcony can be your little escape. I decided mine deserved the same care as the rest of the flat. No more walking past it with blinkers on. So if you're renting, don't let your balcony go to waste. Trust me, you'll be amazed at what you can do with a small budget. With my $200 limit in mind, I started planning. I wanted it to feel warm and welcoming, like a little garden cafe. I made a list of essentials. Something soft underfoot, gentle lighting, a spot to sit, and a dash of greenery. I didn't need much, just the right things to make it feel special. The internet is full of fancy patios, but my budget was tight. So I focused on what would make the biggest difference for the least money. First up, a rug to cover the concrete. Next, some string lights for a bit of sparkle. Then, compact furniture. Nothing big or bulky, just a chair and a table. And finally, potted plants to bring it all to life. I made a rough plan on paper and checked prices online. It was a fun challenge. I knew if I could make it work, I'd have a lovely spot to enjoy and somewhere to show friends. I wanted it to feel homely, even if I couldn't make any big changes as a renter. So, with my wish list sorted, it was time to hunt for bargains and get my hands dirty. The first thing I tackled was the floor. That concrete was cold and ugly, and it echoed every time I walked out. I knew a rug would make a world of difference. Outdoor rugs can be pricey, but I wasn't giving up. I searched high and low, from online shops to local discount stores. Eventually, I found a cheerful patterned rug that was weather-resistant and easy to clean. It wasn't fancy, but it had a lovely color that brightened things up straight away. It cost about $40, which was a bargain compared to most outdoor rugs. I rolled it out and instantly the balcony felt less like a garage and more like a living room. The rug did more than just look nice. It made the space feel warm underfoot, and it covered up all those little cracks and stains on the concrete. Suddenly, it was somewhere I wanted to stand barefoot, not just tiptoe out to shake a mat. If you're renting, look for lightweight rugs that are easy to roll up if you move. Even a simple mat can work wonders. Next up, I wanted some sparkle. There's just something about string lights that makes any space feel magical. I didn't have an outdoor plug, so I looked for battery-operated or solar-powered lights. There are loads of options these days, and they're not expensive at all. I picked up a set of warm white fairy lights for about $15. They were easy to hang. A bit of sticky tape and some tiny hooks did the trick. I draped them around the railing and across the top of the balcony. When the sun goes down, they twinkle like stars. The lights made the biggest change for such a small price. Suddenly, my balcony was glowing and cozy, perfect for late-night chats or a quiet read. It felt like my own little bit of magic, right outside my door. For renters, battery lights are ideal. No need for drilling or dangerous wires. Just hang them up and enjoy the glow. No retreat is complete without somewhere to sit. But with my tiny space, I needed furniture that was small, foldable, and cheap. I checked out second-hand shops, online marketplaces, and even local Facebook groups. There are always bargains if you're patient. I found a sweet little folding bistro chair and a matching table set for just under $60. They were sturdy and could be packed away if I needed the space. The set fit perfectly, with just enough room for my morning brew or a cheeky glass of wine in the evening. Having a proper place to sit made the balcony feel like a real room. It invited me out there, even if just for 5 minutes. Suddenly, the whole space had a purpose. The chair was comfy, and the table was just big enough for snacks or a book. If you're worried about space, foldable furniture is a lifesaver. It's easy to move and won't break the bank. Finally, I needed some life. Plants are the heart of any outdoor space. They soften the edges, add color, and make everything feel fresher. I didn't have a big budget, so I picked up a few small pots and some hardy plants from a local market. Herbs like mint and basil are cheap and smell amazing. For less than $30, I got 3 plants and a couple of bright pots. I grouped them in a corner and popped one on the table. The green leaves and colorful flowers really lifted the whole vibe. I even used an old mug as a planter. You don't need fancy pots to get started. Plants made the balcony feel alive. Watering them became part of my morning routine, and watching them grow gave me a little boost each day. Even if you don't have a green thumb, there are loads of easy care options like succulents and ferns. If you're renting, stick to pots, no digging or damage, and you can take them with you when you move. Making a dreamy balcony on a budget takes a bit of hunting, but it's so worth it. I started with what I had: an old mug for a planter and a few fairy lights from last Christmas. Local discount shops and markets are gold mines for cheap finds. Second-hand shops often have great deals on furniture and odd bits. Don't be afraid to ask friends or neighbors if they're getting rid of anything. I got my folding chair from someone moving out. Look for end-of-season sales and keep an eye on online marketplaces for hidden gems. If you're crafty, you can even upcycle things you already own. Plan before you buy. Measure your space and make a little list to stick to your budget. It's easy to get carried away, but you don't need much to make a big change. Shop around and compare prices. Patience pays off. Remember, it's not about spending loads. It's about choosing things you love and making your space feel special. Standing on my finished balcony, I couldn't believe the difference. For less than $200, I'd turned a forgotten grey patch into my favorite spot in the flat. It's where I have my morning tea, where I unwind after work, and where I chat with friends. Even on rainy days, I love looking out at my little retreat. The new space made me feel proud and happy. It showed me that with a bit of effort, small changes really can make a big difference. I realized I didn't need loads of money or a massive garden to have a lovely outdoor space. Just a bit of imagination and a few well-chosen pieces. If you're renting, don't wait for someday or think you need a big budget. Start small, use what you have, and add a bit at a time. Your own dreamy retreat could be just a weekend away. Go on, give your balcony a chance. You'll be amazed how much happier you feel with a little bit of outdoor magic.